Hello once again, another BoshNRoll Legacy video, and today, back by popular demand, this is the updated list of HollowVine. So the story here is, last week I did a donation deck list. David made a donation to the channel to get me to play his deck, and it was a version of this. If you want me to play your deck live on the channel, contact me. My contact info is below, my email, hit me up on Twitter, whatever. All of that is in the description. But David did that last week. I aired the deck. At the end of the league, I made a list of some changes I'd want to make. Most notably, I thought Lion's Eye Diamond belonged in the deck somewhere. It just does a really powerful thing for a deck that wants to discard its hand anyway. And basically the comments went nuts. Like, everyone was like, I got to see this. Show the update. You're going to record the update, right? Here's some suggestions for the update. And I was messaging back and forth with David the whole week as well. Like, he was working on the deck. I was theory crafting. He took Lion's Eye Diamond and made some changes. And so this is the list as of the time of this recording that David is on. He's put a ton of extra work into it. He took the Lion's Eye Diamond idea and ran with it. And this is the updated list. So I had for Once Upon a Time no anger. David likes the anger. He says it's worth the slot. I believe him. I'm going to give it a shot. I only had 3 Ox of Agonis, but Lion's Eye Diamond is very good with Ox of Agonis because that's like one of the few cards that is actually castable with the mana off Lion's Eye Diamond. Like, basically, it's Faithless Looting or Ox, and that's about it. But this this is the shell. Lion's Eye Diamond's the big tech upgrade. David added Firestorm to the sideboard. That was his idea, and I think it's a very good one. This should help in basically every creature matchup. Some controlled discards are nice, because most of the discards in this deck are wild. And 2 extra run of fouls were just committed. There were 2 Pithing Needles in these spots, but we just decided to commit to answer the Merit Lage. Don't worry about the lands in play. This also clips Delver, Sprite Dragon, all that kind of stuff. Sometimes just removing 1 threat is all the time you need to pull back ahead. There's 1 less land in this version because Lion's Eye Diamond makes a bunch of mana. So here we are. Not a lot of structural changes to the deck. Still a lot of the obvious 4-ofs. But now we have Lion's Eye Diamond to supercharge some draws, upgraded sideboard. Let's go see how this goes. You wanted it, you got it. This is round 2 with HollowVine. Alright, I'm on the draw for the first round. So I have Once Upon a Time. But this hand is awkward in that it has no discard enabler. It has a lot of payoffs, but no spell to make the discards happen. And Once Upon a Time can't find spells. It can find Hollow Ones, Flame-Bait Adepts, and Ox of Agonis. I think I'm still going to keep it. I have a lot of good draws. And I still have turn 1 Flame-Blade Adept that can pop off if I get my draws under me. And this hand is really just like a Faithless Looting away from being great. I'm going to fetch now while they can't stifle me. Remember to get my free spell. Alright, found a Vengevine. Just sent a Faithless Looting and a Goblin Lord to the bottom, which I'm less excited about. Let's see if they want to daze this or deal with this in some capacity. I don't think so. Like, Lightning Bolt answers this so cleanly. Like, why would you waste a counterspell on it? Alright, no flip. We're in block zone. 1-2 versus 1-1. Get wrecked. I do choose to put Flameblade Adept in the deck for its defensive capabilities. A 1-2 is a powerful blocker on turn 1 when your opponent plays Fugitive Wizard. All joking aside, Deathrite Shaman being 1/2 instead of 1/1 was actually just like one of the most busted things about it. It completely knocked goblins out of the format because you just could not rely on Goblin Lackey. Alright, my creature has Menace. I'm going to attack. It did its job blocking. They just cast a Ponder, so they did not shuffle the library, so I'm pretty sure they're going to flip Delver here if they have played correctly. Oh, wow. They're like, fuck it. Alright, they flipped it anyway. So I'm going to end step this Once Upon a Time, or main phase it if they wasteland me. Which is not really where I want to be, but it is where I am. I didn't want to play into Wasteland, but I was like, the choices of cast Once Upon a Time or cycle Hollow One, I'm going to cast Once Upon a Time every time. I'm going to grab... So this is kind of tricky, because Hollow One is better in my hand. If I have controlled discards, Hollow One's a lot better. If I have random discards, Vengevine's probably better. I'm going to take Vengevine. It does suck to send so many Hollow Ones to the bottom. Like, if I draw Lion's Eye Diamond, I'm going to be really glad I have 2 Vengevines and not 2 Hollow Ones in hand. And we got this mono red mana base set up for future Wastelands. Alright, deck, show me the money. That's not quite the money I was looking for. But it's not a brick. Next turn, if nothing materializes, I can at least cycle Hollow One to deal 2 damage. They gotta have a lightning bolt at this point, right? They've done so much cantripping. Alright, thank you. Jeez. It was embarrassing at that point that these 1/2s have just got in for so much damage. And by so much, I mean 2. Oh, the Arid Mesa in the blue-red Delver deck. When you just need that red fetch land. I'm so glad I don't have to play Arid Mesa anymore. Alright, I do have to cycle Hollow One this turn. Like, this is really not going anywhere. Alright, I'm going to play the Wooded Foothills, because that gives me a chance of hardcasting Vengevine next turn, if it comes to that. It would actually be pretty exciting if I can hardcast Ox of Agonis at some point, and just discard the 3 Vengevines to draw 3 cards. Though, I mean, with the amount of burn they play and this Delver in already active, I think I'm dead before I can even do that. I think I can... I want to thin. I also want to shuffle. I've sent several shuffle effects to the bottom. I'm going to get the basic. Well, this is what it is, I guess. Venge. This is embarrassing. That's even more embarrassing. Getting your hardcast Vengevine dazed. I would not like to pay 1. Alright, And I also don't have a good attack. I mean, my attack is fine, but I think blocking's more important. 3, 4, 5. I'm dead to Lightning Bolt anyway. Alright, so we've learned an important lesson about keeping hands with no enablers. Like, this hand was just primed and pumped and ready to rock, and it just did not happen. Ooh, young Peasy's getting fresh. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm dead to Lightning Bolt regardless, so they might as well attack with everything. I'm gonna block the best creature that I can block. Tilt. Can I cycle this into a Burning Inquiry and go off somehow? Oh. So they are at 13 life. I mean, there's a chance. The Vengevines do 12. If I can find like Faithless Looting, Anger, Basking Root Wall, I can win here. There's also a chance that they just have Lightning Bolt in hand and they're seeing what they just want to see more of my deck right now. This long pause makes me think, yeah, all right. I'm dead. Oh, that's too bad. I'm gonna look at the top 3 cards and see if we would have got there. Oh, we don't even know. Oh, there was an Anger. All right. And a second LED. I don't know. That would have kept going. That would have been a lot of fun if they were just had nothing. But they didn't. All right, so Firestorm is good here. I don't know if I want the run of fouls. I mean, I might want one. The question is, what am I taking out? Street Wraith, I don't love. Like, I guess Once Upon a Time is probably pretty cuttable. Street Wraith is cool and all, but losing life against Blue-Red Delver is lame. All right, yeah, Firestorm is an instant. Just had to double check. So if you're not familiar with Firestorm, this card's pretty cool. So as an additional, it costs 1 red. As an additional cost to cast the spell, discard X cards. Firestorm deals X damage to each of X targets, and it's not up to X. So you have to target X things and discard X cards. So if they have 1 creature in play, I can discard up to 3 cards, but I have to target myself. Like, it can be you, me, and your creature are the 3 targets. So this can get pretty wonky. And if they have like 1 creature I want to destroy, but I want to discard like 4 cards, I can't do that because I need 4 targets. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a good card to have in your opening hand. I think Ox is like the whole point of the LED version of the deck, so I'm not going to shave on that. Maybe Goblin Lore, just as a 2-mana spell, is not really what I want. I could also just nix the run of foul, go all in on Firestorm. Yeah, I think that's okay. All right, welcome back to the deck, Street Wraith. I think Wraith is probably better than Lore. I don't know. It's close. I'm out of time to think about it, though. I'm going to keep this. So 1, 2, 3. I can discard 3 cards on turn 1, or I can wait for them to play a creature and kill it, discard 4 cards. Oh, wait. Discarding... Okay, yeah. So I can Wraith, cycle, Firestorm me and you, discarding Rootwalla, cast HollowVine. If Street Wraith finds a Vengevine, we're off. Or I could just pass the turn, see if they play a 1-drop. I think I should Wraith. I want as much information as I can get to start the turn. Alright, LED is not really what I want here. But it does let me play around days, kinda, I guess. Oh, they didn't even play a creature. What a D-wad. Alright, I'm gonna play around. I'll wait for them to play a creature, and then I'll try to get actual value out of this Firestorm. The discard is part of the cost of Firestorm, so if they counter it, I still get my discards, which is like normally bad, but for a deck that wants to discard, it's good. Alright, I'm gonna fetch in the end step, test if they have Stifle, and thin my deck if they don't. Another hollow one. So I can Firestorm them and me, discarding LED and Rootwalla, and then I can cast 2 hollow ones. I still think waiting for a creature is a better play. Like, just be a little more patient. Though, the fact that we've gone this far into the game without them having a creature is pretty sus. I'd really like to get a Vengevine in the graveyard with this Firestorm. This 7-card hand that they have that hasn't deployed a creature yet, I'm not a fan of. Ooh, Burning Inquiry. So I could inquire, see what they want to do about that. I really hate inquiring with hollow ones in my hand. I've been burned before. Maybe they'll just counter it. Them countering this would be perfect. And if they don't counter it, maybe it'll mess up their hand. Alright, looks like they're doing something. I'm not going to pay 2 for that. But now I am going to Firestorm. Targeting you, you, and you. Discard LED, Firestorm, and Basking Rootwalla. If they have another counterspell, that doesn't really matter, because that's not the important part of this turn. The important part is these 2 hollow ones that are coming. I kind of hope they do counter Firestorm. But only with a force. If they have something easy like Spell Pierce, then I would prefer they just don't even have it. Alright, we're in there. This is the plan. They're going to double daze this hollow one. Just set themselves back 2 lands in the face of 7 power. Alright, that's allowed. Let's see if this gets over the finish line. It took them a while to come up with a threat. They did a lot of cantripping. I feel like their hand has a bunch of spells in it. Oh, they had a Braid? Wow, brutal. Alright, someday I'll reload with that. In the meantime, let's get rowdy. If I draw the land, I can jam this Vengevine. Oh, Brainstorm was a great draw. That turns that the land they picked up with days into a spell, if they want. Wasteland's really good here because it takes them from a 5-turn clock to a 13-turn clock. It also takes me pretty far off of this Vengevine, but they don't know about that one. Yeah, it was more likely they wanted to shuffle with their Brainstorm anyway. Uh-oh. Alright, deck. Green source. Bummer. So I can hold back Rootwalla and try to block. I think that's my best bet to win this game. Though, no, that's not true. I need to keep the pressure on. Like, if they just have Lightning Bolt, that whole plan collapses. Now Lion's Eye Diamond is my best draw. Though, any of the random discarders is pretty good here. Faithless Looting's great. Just naming the spells that are in my deck. Yeah, those are great. The spells that I play. So they have 2 Brainstorms in the graveyard that they can cast. Let's see if they can pull ahead of these Rootwalla beats. Just find one of their 100 Lightning Bolts. Yeah, being able to answer both of the hollow ones as cleanly as they did was tough. Like, they've taken 6 from the Rootwalla. If those were 7-point hits instead of 3-point hits, they would be at 1 right now. Let's see what they got. Like, I do have a lot of explosive potential here. The Wasteland's going to hurt a lot. Now I really got to draw Faithless Looting or similar. Shit. Or just more of the same, that's cool too. Alright, if they Brainstorm here, I just lose my Rootwalla to an Elemental token. Alright, is what it is. They only had 2 left in the deck. And that Elemental is going to be attacking me anyway, so I would really like Lion's Eye Diamond now, because now that I have the Anger, the Ox has haste. This Arcanist is a huge problem, though. All these cards are problems. It's not fair that their deck gets to be this cohesive, card drawing, aggressive tempo shell, and I'm just trying to discard cards at random to execute my plan. Who decided that this was a good idea? I'd like to speak to their manager. If I draw the last Firestorm, that's actually not bad here. I can kill these 2 things and deal 3 damage to their face. Maybe I need to ignore their face and pick off the elementals. They chose to shuffle. They have drawn a lot of cards and seen a lot of cards this turn, though. Flameblade Adept. Fuck yeah. Now we're doing it. Alright, it looks bad. I think they have sufficiently stabilized here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dead to Lightning Bolt. We've been there before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I block Young Pyromancer, I'm not dead to Lightning Bolt. If they bolt my Adept before blocks, if they have bolt, they'll do it before blocks, because that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that I'm also at 1 that way. I have a hard time believing that in the 6 cards they're looking at right now, they can't remove my creature or counter a spell or deal 1 damage. On Lion's Eye Diamond, give me a chance. There is no chance. This hand has a counter spell in it, I guarantee it. They chose not to shuffle. That's the end. Wop, 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 wop. All right, we were very close twice. I think we actually did our thing that game, but the problem was they had the counter spell for the hollow one and the clean abrade for the other. They probably only play 1, maybe 2 abrades, and that's the only removal spell in their deck that cleanly answers hollow one. So, but the way they played that game, their hand was full of spells. They just went so long without deploying a creature. So it makes sense that they had answers ready. All right, let's try to explode on the next one. All right, we're on the draw. All right, 2 root wallas and an LED, and a Once Upon a Time. So my plan is to draw Vengevine and then Once Upon a Time for another Vengevine, and then just Ram Ranch. Or just get Thoughtseized. That's fine too. I guess the Thoughtseize is going to take Lion's Eye Diamond most likely. Like I could Once Upon a Time in response, but then if I find something good, they'll just take that. Though maybe I'm supposed to Once Upon a Time. I don't know. Like if I Once Upon a Time for Hollow One, I'm going to wish I didn't cast it. If I Once Upon a Time for Vengevine, I'm going to wish I did cast it. All right, they're giving me the out. Draw Vengevine. Oh ho 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 ho. All right, this is going to be sweet. Where does it go? Nobody knows. All right, so I discarded a Faithless Looting. And one of the... So they lost 2 lands and a Preordain. I wonder how many lands their deck plays. Did I just him to draw all their lands out of their hand? So draw 4, discard 3. All right, so Goblin Lore does leave a card in your hand. So you can lore, pop LED in response, and end up with a card in your hand. I think I should just be looting, though. Oh, yeah. So if I discard Anger and Ox, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, Anger and Ox get discarded. Make red mana. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I want to cast one of these. I guess I want to cast them all. Because I could have declined to cast one of them, but then I lose, but then I get to keep a Faithless Looting in my graveyard. But I'm going to keep the Anger. Oh, yeah. We're doing it, team. Ho, 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 ho. Lion's Eye Diamond. You're at 3. Go. That was nasty. Not a bad turn, too. All right. So I suspect they are Doomsday. Or there's just some sort of like black splashing Delver deck, but it's more likely Doomsday would be my guess. I don't think Doomsday has anything that I would want to sideboard for. Like, Mindbreak Trap doesn't actually beat Doomsday in any sort of important way. Like, Burning Inquiry is somehow my best card in this matchup, just jacking up their hand. Alright, so do I even want the Mindbreak Traps, or do I just try to make them dead? Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna present the same deck again. Like, I just really don't think the deck gets improved by adding Mindbreak Trap. Whoa. I'm gonna keep this. I can Once Upon a Time for a land, and this hand's actually pretty great with even a single mana source. I think I want to do it in their upkeep, just so I don't get dazed. Alright. Yeah, let's lock in that value right now. Tormod's Crypt. Oh, are we just getting Doomsdayed? Or are you some other sort of storm deck? Alright. That was a good start. I wish I had Mindbreak Trap. I even gave them 2 goblins with my Once Upon a Time. Alright, they're not gonna have days. They're something else here. So can I win this game at all? So what is... They have the Tormod script, so probably not. If I cast Flameblade Adept, I can block one of these. I take 11. Then maybe I can discard 19 cards on my turn. We'll see. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. This is gonna get crazy. I discarded the backup Burning Inquiry, so that doesn't even matter. They have 11 attackers. I can produce 4 blockers. I guess I still have looting in the graveyard, so I can keep doing stuff here. Oh shit. They can respond to my triggers. My triggers give them priority to Tormod script me. Alright, I'm dead. Alright, Mindbreak Trap's coming into the deck. They are not Doomsday. They're some sort of storm deck. Okay, so what is worse against a storm deck? I want everything that makes my deck go fast. I want Burning Inquiry. I'm not really worried about counter spells. I just don't think that's something that their deck does. Flameblade Adept might be a little bit of a clunker. And maybe Goblin Lore because it costs 2. Alright, back in we go. I have a turn 1 hollow one. I should have fetched first. Discard Vengevine and one of these redundant lands. Alright, if I can loot into a Root Walla, I can Vengevine next turn. JK, no I can't. Alright, I guess I just attack. Maybe I should have looted. I guess I'll loot now. Like, Mindbreak Trap is a live draw. I don't want Goblin Lore, and I don't think I need this land. So I can Looting plus Inquiry next turn. Try to get some damage in. Alright, they fucked up my graveyard, so that's out of the way. I'm actually now in a position where I could reasonably attack them for a lot of damage. Alright, see you later, Vengevine. You tried. So I could play my land, guarantee a land drop, or I could Burning Inquiry and maybe spike another hollow one. I think playing to the hollow one is fine. Mostly this Burning Inquiry is to jack up their hand. I just hope that it actually does. It also puts 3 extra damage on the board. They're deciding if it's time to Tormod's Crypt or not. I hope they pop it off. Though there's not really a reason to do that. Like, Vengevine does trigger. Like, it's not like I can just cast it out of the graveyard for free. Let's inquire. I guess I could have played around Daze by playing my land, but I just don't think that Daze is a card they have. Oh, nice. That was actually insane. I hit Root Wall, I got to keep my land. They lost Ad Nauseam and Dark Petition. Those are payoffs for their deck. Alright, now I'm getting cryptid. Attack for 10. Alright, you're dead on board, go. I'm going to keep this in my hand just to make them wonder a little bit. Respect Mindbreak Trap. Not that they're in a position to respect Mindbreak Trap. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I take back the thing I said. They can't respect Mindbreak Trap from their current position. Oh no. They're storming. That's a good storm card. Play another LED and concede. Dark Ritual, concede. Damn it. Yep. Their hand was very good. They had 2 Tormod's Crypts and the turn 3 combo. Seems like they are just a better combo deck than I am. So Infernal, though they are out of mana, like, did they just fuck up? No, I guess Dark Petition makes mana. But only 3. What is the plan here? It looks like they're a mana short in most directions, though I don't know their deck list. Oh, they can get... No, that doesn't... Okay, okay, alright, yeah, there it is. Yeah, they get a ritual, then they can ritual up to the tendrils. Oh well. That was a pretty good Burning Inquiry. We put them to dead on board. Just one turn too slow through 2 Tormod scripts. This league has been so exciting, but still not quite good enough. Alright, I'm on the draw against a Jengatha the Wellspring deck. Jengatha sometimes gets played in lands. I don't know what other deck has Jengatha in it, but I know that that deck can't have Force of Will. Oh, it's Nick Fit. This is a delight. It might be horrible for me, but it is a delight. Alright, let's see what this reveals. Flameblade Adept Hollow 1. I'm going to grab the Hollow 1 and try to set up for a big next turn. Like, Faithless Looting plus a second mana source is good for Hollow 1. That puts Vengevine in the graveyard. Oh, Village Rites. So I'm going to have tons of mana to work with, assuming I get a turn. I mean, I'm going to get a turn. Like, they're not going to combo me off, I'm pretty sure, but they are going to do their ramp thing that they want to do. But so am I. That's why I didn't fetch a basic, by the way. Village Rites was a great card for that deck. I think they missed a damage, though. Like, if they attacked, I wouldn't have blocked. Unless they have haste creatures in their deck. I could just screw up their whole shit with Burning Inquiry, though. Just whatever their plan is, it's gone. And now I can loot first, get the Hollow One into play safely, and still Burning Inquiry. Twice. Guess we'll see how this looks. Goblin Lore. Alright. I'm going to start with looting. Okay, so Vengevine trigger is locked. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to discard Root Wallow there. Maybe I'm supposed to save that for the Burning Inquiry, though it doesn't matter. Alright, yeah, I'm pretty sure that doesn't matter. Yes, let's do that, please. Alright, now I can just Inquiry my face off and their face. Just hoping to hit Anger, probably. They lost a Zenith and a Blister Pod? Blister Pod's in your deck? Come on. Take this seriously. Alright, I'll play the other Adept. So, I don't know that I want to give them another trigger. Though I can Goblin Lore if it triggers again. Alright, yeah, I'll take the trigger. So, yep, I guess I can just lore, try to hit another Hollow One. I hit a Hollow One and went straight to the graveyard. Alright, so if there's a next turn, like if I still have attacking creatures next turn, I'm pretty sure they're lethal. Because I have Faithless Looting, I have 2 Faithless Lootings in the graveyard, I think, or is it just 1? 1. Okay, it's just 1. So that's 2 discards, which are worth 4 damage. This is 6 damage. Let's see what they got. Do you have Pernicious Deed or some shit? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hollow one will survive a Pernicious Deed. Is Pernicious Deed even in these decks anymore? I don't know. I have no idea. Did they just get Primeval Titan and kill me somehow? Oh no, passing the turn? I hate instants. What instance was this John deck gonna have? I should Straight Wraith first. Because that gives me more agency over the top. Now I can like manipulate the top 3 cards in my deck with Faithless Looting instead of the top 2. In case I draw something like Basking Root Wall. Oh yeah. Well, they either have some sort of instant speed Wrath or Fog, or I win. Like those are the only versions of events here. Summon this for free. I don't think there's a reason to make a land drop. Moment of truth. One of us is dead. Alright, Assassin's Trophy is not gonna save you. You got another Assassin's Trophy and an Abrupt Decay. Cling gains them 3 life. And I might as well get my extra 2 damage in. They can Cling again. They can go up to 19. They're taking 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 is exactly how much damage they're taking. The second trophy. I'll search this time. Didn't find anything. Bummer. Alright, well, they have 2 cards left in their hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they have a land drop, they can Cling twice to gain 6 life, but that's not going to be enough. Maybe I should have played a land just to get the last Taiga out of my deck. Make sure I draw spells next turn. I could also pump Brutwalla on their turn if I played my land, in case that matters. Like if they have some, like, all creatures get -1 or -2. That could have mattered. Alright, didn't matter. Okay, so Nick Fit. I'm pretty sure I want the ley lines against this deck. Like, that stops them from doing what they want to do. But what am I cutting if I do that? Like, they're going to have a bunch of graveyard hate now. Maybe I just play the same deck again. Yeah, I'm going to play the same deck. The Reverent Silences didn't make it to this version of the deck. I probably would have those in if I still had them. But I need to be proactive. I'm not going to win a game where I'm trying to stop them with a ley line. So here's my deck again. And we didn't get to see anything other than Veteran Explorer, Green Sun Zenith, and some removal spells. Also, why did that Vengevine come into play at all? Like, they had Cling to Dust in hand when my Vengevine triggered that turn. Why would they spend an Assassin's Trophy on that same Vengevine that they could have just clinged in the first place? Yeah, so some mistakes were made there. Let's hope they make some more. All right, we got our first absolute wildcard hand, Burning Inquiry with Rootwalla Anger. I'm actually happy to discard every card in my hand. But don't worry, Burning Inquiry can draw 3 hollow ones for me to discard fresh. But yeah, this is the most inquiry-friendly hand I've had. Snapkeep. Oh no, they have a leyline. Or are they mulliganing? What is this pause? Okay, they are mulliganing. All right. All right, no leyline. No leyline, no problem. That's what they say, right? And hopefully this Burning Inquiry will ass up their hand. Oh wow, I even get to Once Upon a Time. I guess I'll take a land. Just in case I never find another one. Though, with that Veteran Explorer in play, I'm pretty likely to find another one. That might have been bad. Alright, so I can attack. They would definitely take the trade. They just discarded 3 lands. Alright. I'm not going to attack. I'm not going to offer the trade. I'm going to try to juice up over the next couple turns. They discarded 2 black sources off of that, and an actual Wasteland. My god, I thought I was safe from Wasteland. Apparently not. Ooh. Green mana does not sacrifice Veteran Explorer very well. I hope I draw Lion's Eye Diamond. That would make me so excited. Please attack, please attack, please attack. Coward. Alright, Scavenging Ooze. That's what I was worried about them doing for... Oh, I did it, I did it, I did it, I did it. What does this do? What does it do? Okay, so I can fetch for a Taiga, play LED, I can cast Goblin Lore, floating 3 red with LED in response. So float 3 red. Now this happens. And we even kept a Rootwalla in hand. I'm trying to eat creatures so they don't get ooze too big. But obviously not anger or Vengevine. All right, yes, bring that back. Here's this. Is there any reason to looting here? I don't think so. But if I play the LED, then they can't block with Scavenging Ooze. I guess I should attack with everything. Like, if they block with Scavenging Ooze, they just lose it. And I don't care if these cards are in my graveyard. Alright, I am going to save the LED. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 damage and 5 damage basically don't matter here. I'm gonna get a forest just in case they have wasteland. Like I do want to hard cast this Vengevine next turn. Keep the beats going. They get to exile Anger at the end step. I did what I could for that. So Anger, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, I think I was one card short of escaping the second Ox with the second LED. Oh, a second Scavenging Ooze. The second one is what gets you. So this one can eat a creature now. I think I just go to Pound Town. Play this second Vengevine, attack with everything. Or not everything. Veteran Explorer is such a beating. I didn't want them to have any easy blocks. So I could Looting this Root Walla. And figuring out how to beat these Scavenging Oozes is the hard part right now. Hey, I don't think my Root Wallas can attack right now. They do only have 2 green. I'm not sure if that matters. Oh, right, I'm gonna get more mana because of this block. I don't think that matters either. So this is interesting. Alright, yeah, by blocking with that ooze, they only have 1 green left. They should eat this Ox right now. If they know what's good for them. Alright, they figured it out. Alright, well they have 1 card left in hand. I just have to overpower the Scavenging Ooze, which I'm currently doing. I'll save the Faithless Looting. Try to explode next turn. Two cards in hand. Let's hope they're not great. So seeing numerous Scavenging Oozes makes me pretty sure that I should have the Firestorms in the deck. Alright, I'm out of basics, but they don't need to know that. A Wasteland at this point does not matter. I have so much fucking mana. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, Root Walla. So I attack with all of these. I lose a Vengevine. They gain some amount of life. 1, 2. So they take 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I'm gonna keep pounding. They should eat my Faithless Looting in combat. Though it probably doesn't matter. Having no removal for Scavenging Ooze in the deck right now is pretty shitty. Alright, you're at 4. There's no play to make here. They can go up to 6 by eating these 2 creatures, and they are dead to my attacks. They do have to rip here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. If they draw a land, they can play Gigantha. I think if they had a removal spell, they would have cast it during combat here. So I'm pretty sure their hand is a blank, plus whatever they just drew. They don't know about this Taiga in my hand, but they do see the LED. So they know I can pump all 3 Root Wallas. Oh, they must be wrathing. You don't attack here unless you're dead or you're going to wrath. So if I block and they don't wrath, they take 4, 5. I'm just going to block. This lets them gain an extra life before the wrath kicks in. But whatever. Saving myself 7 life seems pretty good. Oh. They were just YOLOing. Or I guess they could still wrath. That's a good card to cast before you're about to wrath. Or they're just digging? Did that block kill me? Because now spot removal on Vengevine, it's no longer a lethal attack. Am I going to lose because I jumped? Embarrassing if true. But they tapped out of green mana on this turn where I'm about to ox them a question. Oh, I hope they don't have surgical. I just gave them priority. Oh, I should use LED to cast the Ox. That mana doesn't get any better. Let's go. I left looting in the graveyard in case I find anger. Still a lot of looks at anger. This is a pretty great goblin lore. I don't give a shit about this hand. And looting we go. Let's find a Root Walla. Oh, that counts. So I lose a Root Walla if I attack here. I think that's okay though. Oh, wait. Did I already cast 2 creatures? Oh yeah, the Adept. I blew it on the Vengevine. Shit. Yeah, that hollow one was my 3rd creature of the turn. Maybe I should have thought about that earlier and just not even cast the Adept just to... I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to anticipate that or not. Now there's 2 creatures in the graveyard. They can go to 5. They're still taking super lethal. Definitely messed that up a little bit. I don't know. It's hard to say that I messed it up when you're living off random draws and discards, but I wish I had done it differently. In perfect hindsight. The play I made is better if I find Anger, and just like slightly worse if I find Vengevine. So if they can exile all my relevant cards from the graveyard and clear the board, actually I still have Ox. Like even if they have Damnation here, I still just Ox and I'm back in business. All right, what do you got? 2 cards in your hand. You've made it clear one of them isn't good for several turns in a row. Did just reload with Nurturing Peatland and Village Rites though. And they're dead. All right, we're able to beat Nickfit on the board. All right, I'm on the play against none other than Caleb Durward. And my hand is a spicy Burning Inquiry. So, I mean, did I show up here to not cast turn 1 Burning Inquiry? I don't think so. Caleb's usually on some sort of brew. He's probably streaming right now. Oh, discarded Street Wraith. Alright, so, oh wow. This is a really nice Faithless Looting for next turn. And I got an Anger in the graveyard. Yeah, so I can Looting, discard Vengevine Rootwalla, and then hardcast the other Rootwalla if a better play doesn't show up. Some sort of 1,000 color deck over there. Street Wraith, Volcanic Island, Snow-Covered Swamp, and Tundra are the cards I've seen so far, and Ponder. I don't know what's happening over there. Yeah, I assumed Lotus, like, some sort of combo thing would be happening. Alright, so Vengevine and Rootwalla go to the bin. Rudy do. Let's look for that hollow one. Alright, not a hollow one. I am gonna fetch, thin this deck out. Alright, let's go. In for 6. Thanks, Anger. That Street Wraith is really suspicious. Like this has to be some sort of combo deck. Like who put Street Wraith in their control deck? And Lotus Petal? Yeah, that I am not out of the woods. I do need to survive getting comboed. Let's just find some hollow ones and get this over with. Oh no. Oh, my haul. Alright, you got me good. Alright, I'll discard the other looting and Taiga. Alright, I hope he didn't need that mana to go off. Hullbreacher's even a 3/2. Like I've played with that card a lot and I saw it on the spoiler, but I still always think it's a 2/2. For some reason, extra point of power, but I'm into it. I did play straight into that Hullbreacher. No respect. So I probably just attack. I mean, I could try to LED again, or I could try to looting again. But that also plays straight into Hull Breacher. I could put him to 2 with the LED. I think I'm just going to attack. Alright, flash in the blocker. Alright, glad I didn't commit to the looting. I'm going to trade off with one of these. Go to 7. There's no reason to looting post-combat. Like Ox of Agonis is the only card I can hit that makes me happy I made that play. Alright, so it's some sort of Hull Breacher Doomsday hybrid. Doomsday's the only deck that plays Edge of Autumn. It's gotta be. Alright, do I play around the 3rd Hull Breacher? I'm just gonna attack. Put you to 4. If you cast Doomsday, you go to 2. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass the turn again. I'm gonna hide what I'm capable of. Really don't want to run another spell into Hull Breacher. But Rootwalla is currently lethal. The lethalist Sunny Boy. Ideas are unbound. He's going for it. Going for something. Alright. Rootwalla, coast to coast. Okay, so Hull Breacher. A Firestorm is an instant, so I can light up a Hull Breacher. Mindbreak Trap is not really something Doomsday has to respect. So, alright, what? Alright, Goblin Lore against the Hull Breacher deck sounds like a huge liability. And do I go down to just 3 Oxen? Because Ox also isn't great against Hull Breacher. And that's a card I'm pretty good at shredding into my graveyard. Alright, this is my plan. Like, I can't play in absolute fear of Hull Breacher, because, like, my deck is... The whole plan of my deck is contingent on drawing a lot of cards. I would rather play against regular Doomsday. But I think that's the point of what Caleb's doing, to throw a wrench in the plans. Yeah, like, what would I cut for Mindbreak Traps? Like, the other 2 Goblin Lores? But then I have... I don't know. I don't think so. I think this is not a keepable hand. Yeah, this is not a keepable hand, unfortunately. This is a very keepable hand. I'll send this Forest to the graveyard. So I could, like, behave with this hand, or I could go Buck Wild. Like, I think the Buck Wild version is I cast I cast LED, I cast Faithless Looting. In response to Faithless Looting, I cycle Street Wraith. In response to Street Wraith, I crack LED for red, and then just see what happens. Oh, cracking LED for green. I guess that, yeah, for red lets me flashback looting. And I do have one card left. If I find a root wallet anywhere along the way, then HollowVine is alive out. Ox is pretty good regardless here. Alright, I'm gonna shoot my shot. Alright, cast, looting, hold priority, cycle, street wraith, hold priority. Make 3 red. Let's see what happens. One, two, there are 9 cards in my graveyard. It's time to Ox a question. I lose Vengevine, but this Ox is pretty dope. Please don't have Force of Will. It's just easy Force of Will. Alright. We oxed. Still have a red floating. Still burning Inquiry. Oh! Whoa. This might as fucking well, alright? Let's get in there. 4 turn clock, all in, let's go. I'm just gonna lose to Swords to Plowshares here. Just obliterated by Swords to Plowshares. Even Hull Breacher just trading off with this is really bad. Rest in peace, too late for that. Shit. We got Swords to Plowshare plus Rest in Peace. Alright, I don't think I can reasonably beat the control half of this deck. That was an insane turn, though. And now it's time for the leftover shitters to win this game. Like, he chose to shuffle. Like, he survived the first wave. Now he has to win the game. If I just, like, draw some root wallers or some shit. Alright, halfway there. I can probably safely concede this game, but I want to see more of his deck. Like, is he actually Doomsday? Is he, like, some control deck that just looks like it's Doomsday? I know about the Hull Breachers, like, what's actually happening over there? The Lotus Petals are scary because I have to respect turn 1 Rest in Peace. And I have no way to remove a Rest in Peace in the list right now. The Reverend Silences are out, like I mentioned last round. So I gotta keep playing, though. Oh, Baleful Strix, I can't beat that. It's too good. Guess I gotta keep hitting these land drops, though. If I get up to 4, I can just string Vengevines together. Make them dead. Give them that false sense of security. And then crush it. Once again, it's unfair that he gets to play Brainstorm, and I'm just living off the top. God, how do I ever beat a deck with both Rest in Peace and Baleful Strix in it? So I'm not going to fetch before I draw because I don't want to thin my deck. I actually do want to draw land. I'll concede to a second Baleful Strix, though. Oh, Dark Ritual. Oh, show me the Doomsday. Insult to injury. Alright. Maybe I can see some more cards this way. I just want to learn what else is in this deck. So at least 2 Rest in Peace. Dark Ritual. Alright, yeah, this is some sort of Doomsday Control hybrid. Alright, on the play. I was born for this. How do I actually win? Ancient Grudge can hit Baleful Strix and push through damage, but I don't think that's a real plan for victory. The Firestorm can also clear Baleful Strix. I think I want less Firestorm. More Ox on the play. Yeah, let's just maximize those busted draws. Last game's draw was pretty exciting. It just wasn't good enough. Rest in Peace and Swords to Plowshares to pick me apart. Yeah, like I said in the first league I played with this deck, like, no matter how hard you tune this shell, the reality is that Burning Inquiry compared to Brainstorm is a joke. Faithless Looting compared to Ponder is a joke. Goblin Lore compared to Preordain is a joke. Like, when your opponent gets to pick exactly how they want to respond to you, but you have to live and die by the will of RNGesus. RNGesus is a vengeful god. That is a known fact of life. So I think I'm going to lead on Flameblade Adept and try to play this one a little bit slow. Though I guess, yeah. I was about to say, for some reason I thought I could cast Burning Inquiry and Flameblade Adept on turn 1, which is just not how Magic the Gathering works. Second Rootwalla is hot, though. I don't even really care if he does turn 1 Hull Breacher. That barely affects my hand. Turn 1 Rest in Peace is bad, though. Turn 1 Baleful Strix is fine. Oh no. Dark Ritual. Okay. Arkham's Astrolabe is not Dark Ritual, and for that I am grateful. Oh, the hollow one. Alright. Let's do the damn thing. Off we go. Alright. I discarded a Rootwalla and a hollow one, but I kept the other hollow one. If I can Street Wraith into a Faithless Looting, I can still Vengevine this turn. Whack. Alright. There's no anger, so I'll attack for my 5. And I'm going to play Adept and Hollow One and hope that it's good enough. This was a pretty strong start. We ripped a Lotus Petal out of their hand. I'm way ahead of Rest in Peace at this point. Just don't care about that at all. Faithless Looting, best draw in my deck. I guess that's generally the case, though. In decks that choose to play Faithless Looting, it usually is the best card in the deck. It's banned in Modern, you know. Right, so if he just plays like Baleful Strix this turn, it could trade off with Hollow One. Alright, he's going for something bigger. Trying to find a combo, I imagine, like Ponder to find Brainstorm, or not Brainstorm, Dark Ritual or Doomsday, I suspect is the plan. Or the hand is just bad. We've seen Swords to Plowshares, and he's got an Astrolabe, so can't really rely on any individual creature to get it done. I need to rely on Faithless Looting to get it done. Chose to not shuffle. Alright, there's no looting in my graveyard. No discards to be had. I'm just going to attack with what I've got and pump Rootwalla. Probably going to plow Hollow One. Yep. No surprise there. And I'm not going to play this second Rootwalla. I think it's better in my hand as a way to pop off with this Vengevine if I draw a discard spell. And I'm not going to fetch on the end step either, because drawing a land to hardcast Vengevine here is also fine. So there was a Ponder and no shuffle. Now what's the payoff? They're dead if they Doomsday. Like, I guess they could like ritual Doomsday and win all this turn somehow. But the life points are getting pretty skinny. Baleful Strix is good. I really want to find a discard spell. I actually think I do want to fetch, because finding a discard spell is just so much better than drawing a land here. Alright, that's a discard. Gets me a trigger. Gets me a redraw. Let's keep this party going. These have Menace, so they get to smash through the Strix. Hell yeah. Do you have a Force of Will, or are you dead? Those are the only options. Come on, baby. Don't sweat me. Yes! We did it. Went off at the last chance. On to the final round. Right, I'm on the draw here against a lovely opponent who said they like my YouTube content, and I informed them that they are on the channel right now. This is a great hand. Once Upon a Time and Street Wraith replacing themselves mean that I can actually Ox this turn. Hex Drinker. Basic Forest Hex Drinker. I'm scared. I need an adult. Alright, show me a Vengevine. Alright, Basking Rootwalla is not bad. So I'll take Rootwalla. So I'm gonna fetch. I'm gonna get Basic Mountain because I'm suspicious. Like, Hex Drinker, I assume this is some sort of Maverick deck. Alright, so Lion's Eye Diamond. How do I maximize this turn? Oh, I Street Wraith first. Definitely Street Wraith first. So I can. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in my hand. I could Looting first, or I could play Adept. If I play Adept, I can't Vengevine. I think I want a Looting. Yeah, so, alright. Basically didn't find anything. I might as well just discard whatever, because I'm going to discard them all right now. All right, Ox, show me what you're working with. Can I get a hollow one? I could still looting again this turn, but that doesn't do what I would need it to. All right, I'll just pass the turn. I guess I could play the other LED. What does that do, though? Nothing. All right, yeah, that doesn't matter. It just tells them what I can do. It plays around Thalia, I guess, if they have Thalia. Basic Forest Hex Drinker, so sketch, though. This is either Maverick or some sort of brew. All right, Wooded Foot or Windswept Teeth mostly confirms Maverick. Ooh, Dark Maverick. That is the best version. Oh, there's the thing I said I could play around, but then I chose not to. Arbitrarily chose not to. All right, I'm gonna search for my basic forest, get my attacks in. If they want to double block either of these, it's a deal. So if they don't block, I think I want to cast the LED. So I could actually blow them the fuck out next turn. Like, I can sack LED during combat. If they attack with their 2 creatures, I can sack LED during combat. I'll have 4 mana to pump both Root Wallas and kill both of their creatures. They could just take this straight to level 3. Plague. No! That ruins my plan. I went from easily destroying them without a chance to now I'm probably going to lose. Alright, I'll just attack with my Ox. Hopefully they trade their Death Touch creature. And then I can make the same play next turn. I had the sickest shit lined up, and they ruined it. You ruins it. Fucking Plague Engineer. Alright, you just want to race? We can race. God, that sucks so hard. That would have been the Poggers, PogChamp, play of the game. Alright, now we're just racing. Oh, I'm losing the race. Yeah, I'm dead on board. Oh, jeez. This has gone poorly. Alright, Faithless Looting, not a bad rip off the top. Alright, yeah, I definitely needed to find Vengevine there. Discard these 2. You're alive only by the grace of Plague Engineer. It sucks how hard this just killed me. Like, they'd be dead to combat right now. They would have lost all their creatures 2 turns ago. So, what can I actually do? Like, basically nothing. I can get this Vengevine into play and attack with it, I guess. Alright, so if I attack, I lose. If I don't attack, I also lose. Alright. Tough beats. Oh, also, yeah, alright. I'm also just dead to their 4 2-power creatures and my 2 blockers. They saw the line. Alright. This is a Firestorm matchup, if there ever was one. What is less good? And Goblin Lore versus Thalia is not a matchup I'm excited about. Maybe I just cut the last lore, because Firestorm is a discard outlet. It's not like I'm going down on discard outlets, they're just different. Alright, this is the plan. I could put in some Ancient Grudges if I expect. I don't think they can really have Grafdigger's Cage, because Maverick is a Green Sun Zenith deck. They're going to have Rest in Peace or Leyline to go with their Ooze as Graveyard Hate. I guess they could have some Surgicals. Yeah, there's nothing else I could do here. Hopefully Firestorm just shreds this game apart. That was such a good start. I'm so sad about that Plague Engineer. I lined up the best play in the history of Magic the Gathering, and it didn't pan out. Yeah, Plague Engineer is only even good against Root Wallace, and I just happen to draw 3 of them. That's okay. My opponent, again, has chosen to play a deck that is rock solid with its consistency instead of playing a deck with Burning Inquiry in it. Alright, this is a keep. If I find a hollow one in my top 3 cards, I have turn 1 Vengevine, unless they have Leyline or Surgical. In which case, I'm just in trouble anyway. Alright, they're on 5. They're chasing the dream. Some sort of dream. How low can you go? All the way to the flow. Alright, they do have Leyline. That means their hand has 4 cards left in it. So now I'm definitely looking for hollow ones. God, that is the most bullshit Leyline. This was the most broken start I've had. Fucking Leyline. That would have been attacking for 8 on turn 1. For the first time. It's never happened. We've never gone that broken. I have no reverent silence. No reverie at all. I'm going to play the LED in case I need to pump these Root Wallace for any reason. Let's see, do they also have the Swords to Plowshares to send me to the Shadow Realm? Alright, looks like I'm getting in. I at least got that covered. Magical Hack 99, I hope when you watch this video, you appreciate how close you were to death. How razor thin these margins were. I guess I just have to hope that the 4-card hand they kept is not functional beyond having Leyline, but this is probably Thalia. Alright, I can still beat that. Still attack through it. Faithless Looting, huh? Alright, I'm gonna make my attacks. Certainly not gonna block. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep up my pressure here. I could have just let them take 2 and then looted to try to find the land to start hardcasting Vengevines. That might have been better. Also, if that's my play, I wish I had not run out the Lion's Eye Diamond. Like, that's an easy card to discard if I'm trying to get to a point where I'm actually hardcasting these monsters. Alright, no Plague Engineer. We dodged. Alright, let's see if I get hit with an opposition agent or a Aven Mind Sensor or some horseshit. Alright, doesn't look like it. Vengevine is in. Easy Swords to Plowshares. Yep. But that's fine. I got another one. And I'm 1 land away from casting this Ox, which is just not the worst. Ooh, are they going to block with Dryad Arbor? Please block, please block, please block. Oh, yeah. I'm not sure what their hand is that trading off an actual land for a Rootwalla is worth doing. Like, their hand just must be incapable of dealing with a creature if that was a play worth doing, because most of their good cards cost 3. All right, let's just keep this train rolling. So they can block with Thalia and Bouncer. Maybe I should have attacked with Rootwalla too. Like, I can just lose it in combat, but at least I'm making them make choices. Yeah, like, would they have eaten the Rootwalla for free? Or it's not even free because I have the Lion's Eye Diamond. Maybe they would have just block bounced on Vengevine. Oh, that's really good. Name Elemental. Name Elemental. Shit. Alright, well. Chugga chugga. You're at 4. Should be at 3 if I played right last turn. And I can hardcast Ox. Like, next land drop does it. No! They've worked through all of these Vengevines fair and square. 3 in a row. Their hand is Thalia and 1 mystery card. If they cast Thalia this turn, they go to 3 from Horizon Canopy. And then they are dead to a Firestorm. So Firestorm is just straight up lethal. Land cast Ox. I guess I should cast one of these. Or I can, Once Upon a Time, for the land that can cast the Ox. Or I could get Flameblade Adept. That creature has Menace. And I'm holding 2 Faithless Lootings, so it's on you. So a land cast Ox. If they brick, they die to Flameblade Adept. We're so close. So close in so many directions. Firestorm is a kill. If they blank, that's a kill. Like, they're dead in play to this LED. Like, I don't even need a payoff. One card left in hand. What is it? They can Zenith for up to 3. Zenith for 3 is probably pretty good. Like, it can just get like a big Knight of the Reliquary. If they don't wasteland me. Also, they go to 2 if they Zenith for the full 3. Alright, Zenith for 3 it is. They can just get a... Oh, Knight of the Reliquary is only a 4/4. Or, okay, it's a 5/5. Oh, right, Dryad Arbor is a creature. That is how that works. So I can... Oh, wait. Thalia has first strike. Shit. Alright, I found a land. That's what I'm looking for. I'm going to discard one of the Oxen because they have Wasteland over there. Yeah, so they can double block and the first strike just picks it off. So literally any creature off the top bricked Flameblade Adept. So that wasn't great. They can Wasteland me and activate Knight to Wasteland me again and just try to take me off Ox. And it would work. Alright, they tap their Wasteland to draw a card. That's good. They are not thinking that 5 mana is important to me, which is a pretty safe thing to think. Oh geez, the Questy Bestie. I can't block that one. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I want to fetch before my turn. Lion's Eye Diamond. Alright, I'll play the land because I'm going to discard it anyway. Guess I'm going to discard LED anyway also. Might as well put it into play. Ox to meet you. Firestorm, Firestorm, Firestorm. Shit. Alright, haven't found a Firestorm yet. Ox can trade with Questing Beast. I'll take that. Burning Inquiry kind of digs, mostly doesn't dig. Yeah, so right now what they want to be doing is probably pivoting into how they actually win this game, which is probably with a huge Knight of the Reliquary, but Flameblade Adept is pretty good at chumping, and if they ever attack with too many creatures, Menace remains a threat. They could attack with Thalia, bounce her, then replay her, because neither of my creatures block her effectively. First strike. Hell of a keyword. Dominating combat like Richard Garfield intended. None of my Firestorms have been used yet. I'm still alive to just burn my opponent out here. So if I draw a Firestorm, I'll point it at Thalia, my opponent, and Questing Beast, I guess. Oh no! Firestorm! That was it. That was my last chance. I don't think I could win this game ever again. Alright, now they're deciding to waste me. Now I'm going to draw Firestorm just immediately. Hollow 1. That's a creature I can put into play. Not this turn, but someday. Yeah, they're going to start just chunking me around with Wastelands now. Chalice of the Void. Come on. Killing me with that shit. Literally. I will block there. Get rid of that, at least. They are at 2, and I have a menace creature and a 4-power creature. And the Lion's Eye Diamonds can trigger discards. So this game is not quite over. If they blank the next several draw steps, like if that card in their hand is blank and the one they just drew are blank, we actually win this turn. Come on, this game has been so good. Yes! Oh my god, that was awesome. That was so fucking sweet. Alright, Chalice of the Void is a serious problem. I'm gonna bring in at least one Ancient Grudge. Maybe exactly one Ancient Grudge. Yeah, I think exactly one Ancient Grudge. Like, they showed me Chalice, and there's probably some Stoneforge Mystic package in the deck. Like, the deck usually plays like 2 Stoneforge Mystics and 1 or 2 weapons. Like, it's not like the full Maverick plan, but it's a thing that the deck has a lot of the time. So I'll respect it a little bit, but not enough to dilute my whole game plan. They also demonstrated they're willing to mull to 5 to find a ley line. Well, my hand's real good if I don't have to play against a ley line. Oh, they kept 7. They definitely have ley line. Yep. Yeah, the scary thing when your opponent shows you that they're willing to mull to a barely functional hand for leyline is that then in game 3 when they keep 7, you know you're just fucked. Though this doesn't guarantee a functional hand. This could have been like a no-lander with Once Upon a Time and leyline. Like, if Once Upon a Time finds... Like, if they just go Wasteland Go, I just keep saying things that don't happen. I'm just wishing on a star. Ooh, I found the Firestorm. Okay, I'm going to hold on to that. That's going to be really good. Unless they have Chalice of the Void. Then it's going to be really bad. I hope they just cast like Knight of the Reliquary and let me light it up right now. Ooh. I'm getting my wishes. So I'm going to wait till my turn so I can cast the hollow one. Let's try to find another one. Looting. Alright, so I can still loot and try to find another hollow one. Didn't find a hollow one. I found another Firestorm though. So I'm going to get rid of Anger and Lion's Eye Diamond. Neither of those do anything important when there's a leyline in play. Alright, so Firestorm targeting this, and them. Actually, do I even need to go face? because I've already looted. So I've discarded enough cards to turn on Hollow One. I don't even have to go face. So I can just Firestorm here and here. I can... Wait, what just happened? Here and here. Okay. Alright, now I discard two. So Rootwalla and... I guess Burning Inquiry is my next worst card. Light it up. Hollow One. Alright, here we are. Even have the basic forest to keep this Rootwalla attacking. Follow up Firestorm. I can kill the next creature. Ooh, nothing go. I like that. Gonna keep cycling, because Hollow One is always a good draw. So they either have... Alright, oh, Path to Exile. That's alright. I'm now one land away from casting Ox. They missed their land drop, so anything could happen. Missed it again. This is what I was talking about with those barely functional hands with a leyline in them. I guess their hand was really good, actually. Firestorm just picked it apart. Like, leyline with turn 1 Hierarch, turn 2 Neither Reliquary is actually just really fucking good. Do they have the engineer again? This isn't a lizard, is it? Nope, Jackal Warrior. Goodbye, Rootwalla. Plague Engineer on Lizard has never been so good. Alright, I would love to draw a land here, even if it loses me my Firestorm. Alright, so I can grab this Hollow One. That's a good setup for a future turn. Yeah, I'll take Hollow One. I can attack for Menace here. And I'm setting up a Firestorm for 2 next turn that will kill Plague Engineer and whatever other thing they play. I guess Knight of the Reliquary is too big. But I can kill Plague Engineer and also hit their face for 2. That gives this +2/+0 and lets me cast Hollow One. Cast another X2, please. That's an X3. You didn't listen. So I could discard the Hollow One to... I could just go 1, 2, 3. That clears their whole board. I just don't think that's good. But what's my plan if I otherwise? Like, how do I actually win this game? Maybe I do just go all in here. Alright, bang. Off we go. Flameblade Adept's gonna have to go coast to coast. They're at 5 against this Menace creature. Vengevine is not a live top deck because I only have 1 green. Alright, so now they have 2 creatures. Shit. So I can trade off with Dryad Arbor right now. No, I'm just gonna hold. My opponent and I are talking about how sick Plague Engineer on Lizard has been. All right, there's a trigger. All right. I can kill this. Does that matter? Like, I don't think they attack unless they have... Yeah, I don't think they attack there unless they have a plow. But I mean, I'm going to make the play I have. As they could have like Scrib Ranger that could flash in and block. Even worse. And I'm out of basics. Womp 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 womp. And that is that. All right, so this league was significantly more dynamic than the first time I tried this deck. And we did go 2 and 3. I went 1 and 4 last time. So we did get an extra win. And the LED was in fact absolutely bananas. Like, that technology is worth the spot. I think in the first league I cast Ox like twice. I think I cast it on average like once per match this league, including on turn one time. Maybe twice I did that. I don't know, but yeah, LED is the truth. If you're going to play this deck, LED is really good. We lost to Rest in Peace and Leyline of the Void in this league, though. I think the Reverent Silences should come back. That is this card for record. If you control a forest, you can destroy all enchantments by letting your opponent gain 6. So I don't know that we need 3 Run of Fouls. So I'll put at least 1 in there. It should probably be 2. But I'll make that change right now. But yeah, Lion's Eye Diamond is the truth. I hope this made everyone happy, everyone who asked for this league, everyone who wanted to see the updated list with Lion's Eye Diamond. Here it is, and it was good. The record didn't quite reflect it. We came up a little bit short a few times, but like I said, we chose to play Burning Inquiry in a format where Brainstorm is legal. So power over consistency, and this was sweet. This could have broken our way in a couple of different ways to at least get the 3-2. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, if you want me to play your brew on the channel, I will do a full video with it. Just hit up my contact info. It's in the description, and I'll talk to you there. Thanks for watching. See you next time.